A beautiful man, no doubt, has emerged on the scene.
What's going on?
Bam Bam Baklavizzi,
They call me Dr. Baklava now.
a.k.a. Dr. Baklava, a.k.a. In beautiful, luxurious shape physically, a.k.a. only for dolphins
Specimen.
out right now.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Finally. Holy shit.
You got it. You got
It's
it.
like birthing child.
Is it? It must be nice that the vibe of the album has a relaxation. It's like music for you now is just this fun, easy, let me just drop something for the people vibe.
That's really what I do. That's all I mean, I feel like that's what music should be. You know, everything I do is chill and I have fun while I'm doing it. And I guess you could tell. You know, I feel like you got to have fun when you're doing something you love. Like it shouldn't be like a task. And sometimes music could become a task and it could become very corporate and shit like that. So I've gotten away from all that. I just focus on the music. I am ridiculously focused on the crazy little details of everything. So I'm always gonna be sick in that regard, but the music, you just fucking lock in and go. It shouldn't be a thing.
That must be such a relief to you though, because I remember around the time of your like major label album, it got to a point where I could tell it didn't seem that fun. You seemed stressed by like having to be like a kind of regular professional. Did not seem like the life that you were trying to carve out for yourself.
Well, I mean, I was kind of just, you know, I had just come from a world where I was just in a normal industry. Well, not normal, but you know, in an industry where it was a service industry. I wasn't in the spotlight and thrust into something. But I just felt, you know, at that time, I just was like going on whatever, on fumes, I guess. Who the fuck knows? I don't even remember those times, to be honest. I remember certain things. There were good times, there were bad times, like always. But they were all learning experiences, you know. I've gathered lots of knowledges from those times.
Are you,
you know, many different pieces of knowledges.
Yeah, no, you've always had knowledges from all over the place. That's one of the things about you.
You know.
Have you?
Yeah, but
have you sort of in any ways relished getting to sit still a little bit? I mean, over the last 10 years, you've traveled so much, and I know you love it. You've shot TV shows, you've done concerts, but are you enjoying the being still?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, you know, I'm not still, but I am definitely only in the area. I'm in the area pretty much. So you're going to see me in the area. I'm going to get gas in the area right now because I'm running on empty.
When you say the area, do you mean the boroughs?
Yeah, I'm in the boroughs. That's where I'm at. I'm here. I've only been here my entire life. I don't know nothing else. I'm not saying that I can't learn, but this is what I know. This is what I love. And everyone's running away, leaving. This is the best place to be. I understand it.
It almost seems like everyone who's from the boroughs and pops off seems to either go to LA or at least go to Jersey, like, and go get a house in Jersey. Why have you always kept it so borough fabulous?
I don't really know Jersey like that. I only know the gym. Like, I know how to get to the gym, and that's it.
Wait, your gym's in Jersey?
I don't really know how to get anywhere else, and you know exactly where I'm going. I'm making lefts, I'm making rights, I'm doing all kinds of things. I know what I'm doing over here. I'm comfortable with my surroundings. I know my jungle, you know?
Yeah, no, I do. But it's
I know my selva.
It's funny
I'm
because...
like, you know, I'm like a jaguar in the area. I'm just patrolling the area constantly.
Yeah, like Hip Hop Mike is always like, he's one of the most solid New York drivers I've ever known. And then we get on the turnpike and I'll be like, yo, we're going to exit 11, Garden State, blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, this Brooklyn guy is lost on the turnpike, confused, out of his element.
Yeah, man. I mean, just looking at Waze or looking at Google Maps, it's a hassle driving, to be honest with you. I don't like being distracted. I like knowing where I'm going. I like old school things written on a piece of paper and then someone reading it to me while I'm driving. You know, I like dictation. I like when it's dictated to me. Yo, go here, and then you got to go there. Simple. It's a simple thing.
What are you driving these days?
I'm good with straight A and B simple tasks.
Wait, what kind of automobile are you driving these days?
Go. I'm in the Jeep Grand Cherokee all day long.
Dad
We've
wheels.
had a Jeep Grand Cherokee in my family. Yeah, we've had Jeep Grand Cherokees in my family since '96. So I've kept it. I've kept it in the family. I've had a Jeep for almost every year.
What
I'm
kind
about
of
to cop a Cherokee Sport from '94 right now. I'm gonna put that shit on like racing wheels. I'm gonna put a Corvette engine in it. I'm doing all kinds of stupid shit. I'm just gathering I'm gathering ideas for all the things I want to do, and I'm just gonna just do it. Vehicle-wise, I'm gonna make a hovercraft. I'm gonna do all kinds of stupid shit.
important question? Because I know like me, you like to collect, but you do live in the boroughs. Where do you put your stuff? Are you putting stuff in storage, or are you keeping all your stuff in your house?
I have things here. I have things there. What's going on, my brother? Please let me get premium. Fold it up, please, Cash. You're the man.
I always
Yeah,
took you.
no, I'm keeping things. I
I always
keep it
took
all
you as a
here, over
premium
there, over
man.
there, wherever it's at. Yeah, it's got to be premium. You throw the premium in the car and it performs different. You know what I mean? It performs different than the regular and then the whatever. I need high octane. This has a turbo in it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so by the way, it was so fun when I saw The Irishman. Like when I was watching the movie, I forgot. Like I knew you were in The Irishman, but the movie's
It's shocking.
But it's still shocking.
The way he cut it, the way he cut it was shocking. I knew it because when I watched it, I was oh shit, that's me. It was shocking because it doesn't start with a visual of me, just my voice, and then you start to see me. The way he brought me in was just like it was picturesque.
How did you and your family take in the experience? Like how many different viewings did you have of it? Did you take anyone to the premiere? Like take me through your Scorsese debut.
The premiere was just me and my wife, pregnant as can be, Lincoln Center.
Yes.
I'm on stage with Sebastian Maniscalco, Joe Pesci, everybody you could imagine. Fucking, what's his name? De Niro, Ray fucking, what's the guy from Everyone Loves Raymond?
Romano?
Ray Romano. And just to put the icing on the cake, Harvey Keitel.
Oh.
My Lord. I just didn't know what to do with myself. And Marty brings me out on stage. He introduces me first. Felt like I was on stage at a rap fucking concert at Peter Palooza that night. Remember that?
I do.
ECW shit.
Like, was this your ultimate so far in your career? Was it like the most geek out experience you've had?
I've had some pretty crazy ones, but that one is pretty, that's next level. That's unthinkable shit. Like rappers for years literally have been rapping about his movies, and I'm in one. You know what I mean? Like I've transcended the actual, like, when there's certain things in hip hop, like certain movies that fucking get referenced all the times. Like I'm in one.
I know.
Now. Like, I'm in, like, the dude who did all those, like, I'm in the movie with him and face to face with De Niro. It was pretty surreal. It's a beautiful thing. I just, with that, I want more. And then, we did The King of Staten Island with Pete Davidson, Judd Apatow, and Buscemi's in that movie, and, Marissa Tomei's in that movie. It's pretty fucking next level. So I'm in 2 really high-level films. I would really like to continue this. How much? 58. 58?
This is a big moment
here.
here.
See, that's a good tank right there. That's a good tank.
Let's see. You going cash? Do you just go cash for
cash.
gas?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Give me back 40.
You don't see
You
cash
take
for
that.
gas
Thank
every
you.
day. This is
Much love.
interesting.
This is my guy too. You know, I come to the same gas station a lot, and you know, a lot of people don't tip these dudes. You know, I'm like Steve Martin in fucking My Blue Heaven. I tip everybody. I'm an over tipper.
Did you
As
ever?
you see me putting my safety belt on, everybody, please wear your safe belt. Also, you won't get pulled over.
By the way, did you ever have a line like being like just wrapped a movie with Scorsese is such a Bronson line, but it actually was real life?
Yeah, not exactly. You know, like I put it in the Irishman freestyle on White Bronco, and that was real. You know, like, and then on the new album, on the formula for DMT, I rap it again, but I give you a different perspective. I give you a little after party effect. How it was at the Tavern on the Green, and it was next level, you know?
Now,
White linen.
was that actually true? Was the after
Oh,
party at?
that's absolutely
That was all real.
3 p.m. Yeah.
Mm.
Red carpet shit, man.
But now you also had a bar.
I
don't know.
hugged Al Pacino. Yeah.
How
He
was
might have
that?
been drunk. He might
How
have
was
been
that?
drunk already. I don't know. It was amazing. We looked at each other and we just felt like we needed to hug each other. And then when I saw Pesci on the way out, I just didn't know what to do with myself because his handler came over to me talking about, fuck, that's delicious. I was like, what are you talking about? Who's over there? Joe Pesci? I fucking flipped out. I was acting like a little bitch. Straight up. I just shook his hand. I was like, yo, I gotta go, man, because I don't know how to act. Sorry. And that was my interaction with Pesci. The super? Come on, man. Couldn't handle myself around the super.
That was what did it for you, was seeing the super in person.
It was my whole life came to a lot of these moments. My entire life is just, it all makes sense, you know. Like when I meet certain people or I do certain things and I manifest certain things into my life, it's all supposed to happen.
The only thing that could have been crazier is if Mama from Throw Mama from the Train showed up.
Oh man, she's dead, or else she would have been at the show already.
Yeah, she's dead as can be, unfortunately, but
Definitely
still.
gone. Yeah, man.
You also had a line on the album. You often will say you include regularly like artists that you're listening to. You'll say listening to so and so is sort of a Bronsonism, but you had a good one. You had a good one
Exactly.
that I appreciated, which was listening to Heavy D. Heavy D doesn't get enough. He really doesn't.
Oh, man. I mean, the overweight lovers in the house, and to be honest, Heavy D put on for all the overweight men. And Heavy D was an early ambassador for this music, and he founded so many different groups and was behind so many different things. And in fucking Who's the Man, which makes him fucking bigger than Scorsese to me.
His
Who's the Man is like my fucking Goodfellas, you know?
He did a bunch of acting. Like he became a legit actor for a while too.
I mean, he did reggae.
and he did reggae.
He
did
reggae. So when he did the reggae, it was just like, all right, this guy's it. He did
What was your video consumption method as a child? Was it video music box? Was it the box? Was it video vibrations?
All of it. Video music box till this day. Shouts to fucking Uncle Ralph, man. You kidding me?
Facts.
Like, bro, I've been trying to get a video music box hoodie from him for fucking like 3 years already. Honestly, Uncle Ralph, he's still doing it.
He really is.
Yeah, the consumption of videos were like, we used to tape the videos and then watch them over and over and over. And MTV would be running shit all day long. So you'd get all the alternative music. You'd get everything, you know? So you'd literally know everything.
And you could see
Stone Temple Pilots, Alice in Chains,
and you could see who had the good payola going on the box because the video would run on the box all day.
All day long, man, all day long. Sort of shotgun, hand on the pump. That song I specifically remember. Do. I swear, man, Muggs. Whatever they did, they hit some tone. we would press the button for that song non-stop all day long, all day long. Vote for that on the box. We'd hear it like 40 times in a row.
You know what else?
Also,
What?
Warriors drum.
King Just?
Come on, man. That was huge on the box also. I love that video.
That was a great
record. I like
record.
that song.
Yeah.
Nine.
So what you want, 9?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of some other
I didn't know for a long
time.
I didn't know for a long time that 9 was 9MM, Funkmaster Flex and DJ 9MM. I didn't.
That's right.
I did not
that
know.
That was a Funkmaster Flex production right there.
Yeah. That was all part of Funk Flex's thing, and I did not know that at the time.
Funk Fliggity, man.
What things are you consuming right now besides copious amounts of UFC?
Lots of UFC, just whatever type of fighting I could watch.
Can we be honest, Bronson? Don't you feel that the that Performance Center in Vegas looks like shit?
To be honest, man, you know what? I kind of dig it.
I feel like it looks like a bar mitzvah's about to start.
I like that. I like that. I want a bar mitzvah to actually happen during a fight. Then we would fucking really set it off correctly. Like, we need to talk to Dana about that. But for real, like, I like the dingy look. I like the dark. It's fucking fighting. You know what I mean? Like, it should be done in some sort of sand pit with fire around it.
Yeah, that's fair.
You feel me?
Fair. Yeah, I mean,
no,
we always make
like,
fighting so glamorous.
And I kind of, yeah, I dig that. Honestly, I just enjoy watching the fighting and hearing it. I just wish that they would, let us hear the corners more. They go to the commercial on ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck, man. They go the same commercial nonstop. Some fucking diabetic medicine or some bullshit, some fucking COVID medicine.
Yeah, let's take
advantage.
It would be the time for us to hear the corner. That's the perfect thing for us to hear.
That's the perfect. Yeah, I want to hear them whispering. I want to see everything. I just want to see it.
What do you think? I have to admit, like, for me, I find.
And by the way, I met Israel.
Adesanya.
I met Izzy Adesanya that day coming to your show to do
late that's night right.
Up at Complex. I met him that day. And from then on, I've loved him and we've been friends. And I met him in New Zealand again, like straight up from that day at Complex.
And as we're recording tonight, he has a huge fight.
Massive tonight. Him and Costa, you already know.
Now,
gotta always pick our guy.
Why does Conor McGregor, why does he want to fight Manny Pacquiao? Like, why is that? I know it's a cash grab, but
he wants to beat him.
He just wants to get a win in boxing, you think?
Yeah, I think he wants to get a win in boxing, and he thinks, I would imagine he thinks that Pacquiao is past his prime, which he probably is. But
guess what?
I don't know, but he might pull something out of his ass, man. Pacquiao's he's not just an easy runaround, He's training hard.
I think Manny will whoop his ass. I watched Manny the last couple times. He looked like he was kind of back, and boxing's just so different. It's so vastly different. Like it's just a different thing.
It really is. Manny's hands are like machine guns, honestly. His hands are just way fast. Conor's a little bit heavier handed, like he swings a little harder, swings from further a little bit. You know what I mean? Like Manny's just like pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, I don't see Conor catching
training
him.
nonstop, doing that fast twitch. I mean, if he catches him, he's going out, though. If Conor hits him, it's going night-night. He has that type of power.
Yeah, that may be true.
But look at all these fights we're talking about. That, Tyson, Roy Jones. It's all fucking crazy right now.
Are you interested in let me put it this way. You're watching Mike no matter when he fights.
100%. I fucking watch him when he's 100. I don't give a shit. That's the man forever. That's my guy.
Me too. I'll watch him anytime. I don't care. And by the way, it's all fun and games, but if Mike looks great, they're going to try to get him a title shot. If he looks great, he's fighting for real.
I mean, to be honest with you, I would love if he grabbed the belt at 53, 54 years old.
How fire would that be?
Against who? Against
Tyson Fury?
Holy shit. He'd knock Fury out 100% right now.
You think he could still?
Standing on Livonia and Bristol on the corner, straight up in Brooklyn, he'll knock him out on the corner.
But what about in a ring, though? In a boxing ring, I don't. And you know, Mike's my guy. That's my guy.
He won't.
And
If
I
he
don't know.
catches him, if Fury plays with him and shows him his chin, I could see him going good night. I could see him going a dormir.
How is your Spanish these days?
Yeah, I mean, it's as good as it ever's been.
Better?
It's not. It's different. I'm more adventurous with it.
Please explain.
You know, I just get silly. I start going crazy and make my own shit up, like my own slang words.
Is there Spanish spoken in your household?
Oh my God, it's main language.
It's really?
Yes.
And are you
main language?
Are you as good? Like, can you keep up with the family in Spanish?
Sometimes I tune it out, but most of the time when I'm listening, yes. Yes, and I have little anecdotes that I use, you know, to chime in. I chime into conversations. I'm not like a full holder. I chime in. I'm the color commentator.
Right. You're the third position. You're not Cosell. Yeah.
Third chair.
Yeah. You're
I'm
OJ
Moose
on the
Johnston.
sideline.
I'm Moose Johnston.
Exactly. You're not Joe Buck.
No. Definitely not.
Did you growing up, like in New York in the late 80s and 90s, you being around people of color constantly, you being the white guy, were you able to regularly like see the bullshit, or you know what I'm saying? Like, did you receive different treatment, or because you were moving with everybody, were you guys all kind of dealing with the same bullshit, or would you see circumstances where like, yo, that's crazy, I could have done that same thing and no one would have said anything to me?
You know, we didn't really think of it like that until we got a little bit older. Like everything, it was all the same for us back then. We didn't realize things were differently, you know, because we were all just, you know, growing and learning. But then once you figure it out, of course, there's been times where I've been, probably handled differently. You know what I'm saying? And there's been times that I've been, given harsher, even more than everybody else. So I've been in all kinds of different situations that vary. And I don't think that when you average them out, I don't think that anything weighs more. I think that it's all pretty. It's just, I think we've all been treated similarly by the police in the area.
Yeah, it's NYPD. The relationship between the people and the NYPD is complicated.
But listen, let me just say this. I stay away from all that shit. I stay away from police. I don't know nothing about jail. I don't know shit about jail. You know, I'm not trying to ever know nothing about the yard, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I stay away from all that.
Made it your business to avoid at all times.
Like you just gotta fucking keep your fucking nose clean. You gotta do things right, and that's it. Keep things on the up and up.
Speaking of the up and up, your workout regimen makes me feel very lazy. I got to get my shit together. Like whenever I look.
Well, it shouldn't make you feel lazy. It should fucking give you inspiration.
I know. That's what the normal. I'm sure that's the effect you're having on other people who are normal.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, but there's people who feel lazy also, because I am a fucking animal. No, but honestly, man, like I've done an entire whatever type of fucking Tony Hawk 1080 change that you could have in life.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I actually like running now. I enjoy putting myself through fucking torturous bridge runs, like I like that shit. I like almost not being able to walk, or really pushing myself into not being able to do it to the end. I like that.
See, I know
you hard work.
That's when you start liking running. Now you're really.
Yeah. I like everything. I like the shittiest workouts that you could fucking possibly do. The hardest workouts that we could do in life, I like. I want that. I need that. At almost 400 fucking pounds, could have gotten the surgery and been real fucking weird looking, like most people get. But this is all hard work and dedication. This is nutrition. This is genetics. I'm unleashing my genetics right now, is what I'm doing.
Well, by the way, I'm so glad that it's also satisfying because forever, while you've sometimes said it in jest, I can also tell
most
you've
of the
always
time
been
it's been in
serious.
jest. Yeah,
But you've
both.
also been serious about your athletic ability.
It's not a joke. It's really not. I joke because of how huge I was and the things I was still able to do. And that might possibly been a reason why I was as comfortable as I was in my own skin, because at around those weights, I could still do things that were baffling to the normal man, you know?
What's your weight these days? Are you looking often?
You want me to tell you right now?
I do.
It's his major right now.
Okay. Weight alert.
I'm 259. I'm back in the 250s.
259.
375 I started. 375 I started.
Can you believe? Yo, congratulations. Over 100?
Man, thank you. Over, yeah, much over.
Over 100.
Yeah.
And by the
Straight
way,
up.
what does this mean?
Working hard, running, lifting.
And this, what does this mean
Animal
for the sexual acrobatics that your wife is lucky enough to experience?
Oh my Lord. I mean, it's something to behold. It is really, it's something to behold at this point. I feel like I'm training for several things. I'm training for bodyboarding. I'm training for sex with my wife, and I don't know. I'm training for life, just to be a fucking absolute weapon. A weapon.
How? But seriously, does it like? Do you feel it from the second you wake up in the morning? Like,
yeah.
Is there you remember like, yo, I don't weigh 375 anymore. Like,
nah, I'm just. It's like drug addicts on a journey, man. When you get off the drugs, you think about the drugs every day. So you have to fucking constantly do shit to stay away from the drugs. So that's why I'm working out and keeping myself busy and doing things like that. Because, food is a drug, and I love it. I love
it's the
eating,
best.
and I love. It's not just I love eating. It's part of what I was doing for a living, and I took that over into my normal life nonstop. So you can't really do that, and it just became overindulgent and just dangerous.
What about are you dabbing as much as ever? Or are you diversifying in your weed consumption?
No, I'm smoking as much hash as I could possibly make smoking one day.
What's the difference between hash?
Fucking huffing. I'm just huffing hash nonstop. Well, hash. When I refer to hash, I'm referring to just the pure globules of oil glands from the best grown weed possible.
Got it.
This stuff is just fucking the pure. It's like, honestly, it's the only thing to. It's not. You're not smoking. You're not. There's no combustion. You're not doing any sorts of damage. You're just getting fucking medicine directly to your main vein with different flavor profiles. It's kind of like tasting wines or tasting different foods. It's very varietal and delicious and seasonal as well.
I can truly say that of the 10 times I've been the most out of my mind, I feel that 30% of them you are responsible for.
Well, thank you.
No, thank you.
I'm hoping to get into over the 50 percentile bracket in that one.
I just have to
maybe
make sure I'm in a
next time we'll
safe.
Something else.
I know I need to be in a safe space, a very comfortable.
It's always about being in a safe zone. It's always about being in a safe zone. Around me, it's always a safe zone.
Is there any? I know this is a generic question, but I haven't asked you in several years. Is there anyone you've gotten high with who you've had to step back and be like, "You got this. I gotta stop. I'm tapping out."
Never.
Yeah,
There's never been a time. There's never been a time because, I mean, nobody is really up on what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like most dudes, they think they're up on it, but they don't have that fucking puro. They don't have that 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not it. And if it's not it, I'm not gonna touch it. And I'm not gonna smoke a blunt. So I have stipulations. You know, somewhere, I'm not even into like smoke offs. It's my life, man. I don't give a fuck. I'm high. This is what I want to do. I want to fucking have a smoke off with nobody. I just know for a fact that there's not many people, only like true connoisseur, like dab heads that are like fucking wearing all kinds of fucking Grateful Dead outfits and, hemp outfits and shit like that. They got this stuff.
Right, right. Yeah, it's a different. It's sort of a
Most
different
people
thing.
who think they know about, yeah, most people think they know about hash or dabs or weed or whatever. They don't really got the goods.
Yeah, it's a different sort of thing altogether. That's why
It's a
I'm
different
not.
beast.
Yeah, and it's a beast I'm not built for. I mean, I'll be honest. It's scary. If you're not
Not
built for
many,
it,
not many are, man. Not many are. Like I'm also a different animal. Like the way I function on high levels at all times.
um, do you ever sometimes look back
As I
at the
slur my words.
right? Do you ever look back at your quote unquote generation in hip hop and think about how far you guys sort of collectively like if you look back at One Train, I mean, and you think about you everyone really on that record, you know? Um it's pretty incredible. You, Rocky, Kendrick, Joey, it's
Yeah.
it's pretty phenomenal where everyone is. Like you guys have now all transitioned into like wealthy adults with a diverse way of making money. Like you have television and film and art and music, and Rocky has fashion and all the different brand things that he's into, and Kendrick of course has become like a music icon, and everyone has sort
Mm-hmm.
of had just like it's pretty incredible though. And then I mean, and Mac, God rest his soul, is like literally
Yep.
when he died was on his way to just being an absolute music genius. Tyler is
Yep.
a Grammy winner, and I mean everyone from
It's
your class.
unbelievable.
It's amazing.
It's pretty unbelievable. I mean, this is, we ushered in we ushered in the new era. That's really what this was. And you broke a lot of that stuff. And we've all been there for the ride together. Since 2009, 2010, around that time, we've been riding since then. It's been 10 years, man. And fucking never trying to look back. Just look forward. It's pretty phenomenal. All those names, and I look back at some flyers of things that I've done with people, and you look at the names that are on, and like, who the hell? Like, where did fucking these guys go?
I
And
know.
just names on different types of uh festivals throughout the years that I've been on. It's pretty next level. Like I've done fucking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of shows, maybe thousands at this point. Major festivals and all over the world, and just rock. Everybody, like everybody has done unbelievable stuff in all different levels, and I think everyone's thriving. We're all thriving, and I don't know, it was a moment in time, and we're all here together.
And it's
It's a
funny
pretty
because
phenomenal time.
when you look at those flyers, there are names that are like you're like, well, yo, what happened to them? And some of them weren't good. And then the interesting part is some of them were. Some of them were dope, and they
Yeah,
still are gone.
yeah, man. It's hard to just break through. It's hard to be special, you know? You have to be special in these people's eyes, and in yourself. It's really unexplainable the way things work. This is an unexplainable phenomenon. Our like industry of loving certain things and loving artists and loving people. It's a phenomenon, is it not? Like, how do
Yeah.
you pick and choose? It happens. It's energy. It's some weird shit. Who knows? It's some captivating kinetic shit that happens, and I'm just glad to be a part of it, to be honest with you.
And how important a part for like so many of you guys and how important was the part that Alchemist has played for so many of you?
Oh man, fucking Alchemist is literally like John Madden.
That's a great way of putting it.
Yeah, Alchemist is John Madden, man. He's literally has his hand in everything that's good in hip hop. Everything that's good in he has his hand in. He's been around. He's working with everything that people fuck with and love and respect, like rappers' favorite rappers and what they're listening to and shit. Like, and you know, like the people in the know, like the Players Tribune type of shit. That's Alchemist.
Yeah.
You know, Alchemist is he is you know, it's crazy in a way. You know, you could say he's a Quincy Jones-esque type character, where he's just this gatherer and this composer of all this fucking fly shit, and he's at the center of so much of it.
So true. That's a great way of putting it. Because
Right.
it's not just musical. Some of it's musical, but some of it's just energy and
I
bringing
mean,
people
man, to
together.
say like you couldn't imagine, you know, like the people just show up at his spot. You know, just it's unbelievable who shows up and who's hanging out and the types of, you know, like the formations that you make there. It's just good. It's great. It's lifelong shit, and when you make real connections, it's amazing. And he's like a catalyst over there. He's the one that brings it all together.
Did he ever? Was he the person who introduced you to Prodigy, or did you meet him in other ways?
Yeah, no, he introduced me to Prodigy for sure. When Prodigy first came home, he got paroled to the studio that I went to go see him at. We all knew where the studio was because it was like a known thing in Queens that it was over on Atlantic by the whatever, you know? And you would see Havoc's like Black Range. It was like a thing in Queens. We just knew it. And Al told me, come meet him over there. I was like, oh shit, I know where it's at. Don't worry. You know? He was like, he gave me the address. I was like, yeah, I know where it's at. And I showed up there, and P was there. This dude from my neighborhood that I knew was there. And Noid came, and it was just fucking crazy. It was wild.
Have you ever listened to Prodigy's audiobook?
Of course. With Al during the tour.
Are you serious? So you got to hear Al's commentary on stuff?
Yes.
Oh, that's like the Mystery Science Theater 3000 version.
It is some next level shit. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Because some of Prodigy's stories are so good, and like, you know, I'm sure there's bias in the book, of course. You know, it's his version of events, but
it's his version of everything.
But as such a fan, I know how to take it with a grain of salt, all of it. But
of course.
It's just so great. Like
the same way you're listening to it, I would imagine would be the commentary. Like, yeah, you know, you get it.
I do. But it's
great though. It's great. I like things like that. Like that's the type of shit that gets you through a tour. Like you listen to Prodigy's audiobook, you listen to different type of weird shit podcasts. Al had all kinds of things. Like he's the type of guy that's like he had all the Stretch and Bobbito's on his computer. You know, so we were just listening to all the Stretch and Bobbito's that were ever made. You know what I'm saying? On this one trip, and it was pretty next level.
Bam Bam, I'm gonna let you go handle your life as you get out of your beautiful Grand Cherokee. It's a blue beautiful sky in New York right now. You're shining.
It's a blue sky, my brother. I'm shining. I'm looking beautiful. I feel strong as ever. You know, I just want to say happy birthday to my beautiful wife. I love you. And that's it.
Only for Dolphins out right now. Love you, Bam Bam. I'll talk to you soon.
Peace out.
My brother.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova, brother.